Current account. There's a wide variety of transactions between different countries, including import and export of goods and services, and flow of capital goods and other financial assets. How should we document all these international transactions systematically? In fact, most developed economies have their own balance of payments accounts to record all economic transactions between the economy and the rest of the world during a particular period of time. A balance of payments accounts can be divided into two sections, aiming to record different kinds of international transactions. The first one is the current account, and the second one is the capital and financial account. In these accounts, a debit entry represents capital outflow, while a credit entry represents capital inflow. First of all, let's explore what a current account is. A current account mainly records transfers of goods, services, factors of production input, and current transfers between the residents of an economy and the rest of the world. Therefore, a current account consists of four components, namely goods, services, factor income from abroad, and current transfers. Goods, also known as visible trade, documents all foreign trade of goods. An outflow of goods, exports, results in an inflow of capital, and so it's recorded on the credit side. Meanwhile, an inflow of goods, imports, causes an outflow of capital, and so it's recorded on the debit side. The result of total goods exported minus goods imported gives us the balance of visible trade. A positive balance represents a visible trade surplus, while a negative balance represents a visible trade deficit. Services, also known as invisible trade, mainly records all service trade, such as transportation, tourism, and other business services. Similar to visible trade, all import and export of services involve capital outflow and inflow and, therefore, are recorded on the debit side and credit side respectively. The difference between total exports and imports of services is the balance of invisible trade. The third component of the current account is factor income from abroad, which records the foreign transactions related to factors of production. We actually covered this when we were discussing GDP before. The balance of this factor income component is known as net factor income from abroad, which is the difference between the income earned by local residents from abroad and the income earned by non-local residents within the country. The last component is current transfers, which mainly records those unilateral cross-border transfers like remittances, donations to other countries, and debt reliefs between countries. Transfer from abroad involves a capital inflow, so it's recorded on the credit side, while transfer to foreign countries involves a capital outflow, and so it's on the debit side. By adding up all the balances of these four components, we can get the balance of the current account. In the next video, we'll move on to look at the components of the capital and financial account.